It took just one Ebola patient to show the vulnerabilities of screening for the deadly virus.
We have learned some lessons, though, in terms of what happened in Dallas. We don't have a lot of margin for error. The procedures and protocols that are put in place must be followed.
At times, the response has seemed chaotic, keeping track of nearly 50 people who made contact with Ebola patient Thomas Eric Duncan has had its issues.
We just need to locate this individual, and we could use your help in letting them know they're not in trouble. We want to move them to a comfortable and compassionate place and care for their every need while we monitor them.
But the biggest confusion still swirls around Duncan's first visit to Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital in Dallas on the night of September 25th, and why he was sent home, possibly infecting others, only to be admitted into the hospital 3 days later. Last week, the hospital said a flaw in the electronic health record led to his release, despite Duncan admitting he had just been in West Africa. The next day, the hospital sent out what it called a clarification. There was no flaw in the electronic health record in the way the physician and nursing portions interacted related to this event. We asked hospital officials several times to clarify what went wrong, but did not get a response to our questions. But we were able to ask the head of the Texas Department of Health.
The hospital originally said that they had blamed the electronic health record and then changed that on Friday, but haven't really given an explanation as to what happened. Have you learned any more about why he wasn't kept there originally when he first visited?
I don't have the full information yet. I can understand how people could be frustrated with that mixed message that you got. I think we will need to look at that.
Health experts acknowledge that the first case of Ebola to be diagnosed in the United States has uncovered flaws and unanticipated issues.
There were mistakes made. There will probably be mistakes made in the future as we go forward. But the fact is, I stand by the fact that the process is working. We don't have an outbreak. We have one event that is being handled properly.
I guess some might question, Ed, whether that was the process or maybe that they ended up getting lucky. But what about the people that they're monitoring? Have any of them shown any kind of symptoms at this point or not?
Well, so far they're monitoring nearly 50 people. 10 of those are considered to be high risk, and we're told by officials here in Dallas today that so far none of those people are showing any symptoms, Aaron. And they say this is a critical week, given the time period that has now elapsed, that in this coming week is the very likelihood, the time frame where those symptoms would start to show up if any of these people are infected. So they're saying that this is a really critical week in determining whether or not this has been isolated to one patient or if they will have other people to worry about as well.